Raise your fist in the air. Raise your fist in the air. Raise your fist in the air.
Alright, so now we've got the welding bomb out of there. Calls himself Victor. Victor, your Soviet inspector, automotive inspector. You gotta go watch him, he's a riot. So the welding bomb has now been removed out of the truck. Welding bomb. Reason why it's a welding bomb is because of that. We're not gonna look at those snuggle welds. Those snuggle welds are done like that just because, dude, I couldn't see. My welding helmet, where is it? My welding helmet batteries are dead. So it was that blind welding kind of deal. So we ain't gonna look at no snuggle welds. Yeah, this right here, look. See, want some proof? Yeah, dude, that ain't gonna work too good. And it works for like a split second. Like, watch, you'll see it switch to black. Of course now it's not gonna do it. Of course now it's not gonna do it. Of course now it's not gonna do it. Come on, there we go. No, that's the GoPro screen going black. Watch, come in here, you should see it flash. And of course it's not doing it now. There it goes. All right, see, I ain't lying to you. And snuggle welds, we'll fix that. We'll fix that. We did have a little bit of blow through, but that's because the frame is really kind of, yeah, a little weak right there. I am going to do a little bit better once I get my batteries for my helmet. I'm no professional welder, but I can lay down some weld. And this is also gasless too. So we've got a hole here that I got to address. We got a hole here that I got to address. Initially, I was going to just do overlay patches like this, which I still might. From the back side, you can see this is where all the lines are. So I just got to disconnect the lines, or at least pull the little push clips, line holders, push them out. The whole forward half of the frame is fine. It's just in areas like this pocket right here, this was only because of the shock. You can see on the back side, that's what it looks like. I am going to end up blowing some weld just on that, just to kind of keep it nice and solid. Not really solid, but you know what I'm saying. It's going to kind of stitch it and whatever from the back side. So I'm going to go ahead, and I'll address that. But that piece of steel right there, you know, in the lally columns, oh, here it is. It's a lally column patch. So literally using lally column steel, so which is fine. And you can see it had one of those little bumps that holds the circle for the lally column. I just pounded it down with a hammer and it's good to go. We can go ahead and address those issues with the frame. I gotta get batteries for my helmet, man. Why is it that the batteries that they have in these welding helmets, why are they the stupid button cells, man? They just don't last. You need like AA's or Lipo. I literally was thinking about somehow putting like what's it, like it's a 3 volt. I gotta see if it's compound, like if it's 6 volt or if it's 3 volt like total on how those auto darkening things work. I'm not sure what the voltage is. I don't think it's 6 because it's 3 volts per cell. I just don't know how it works. So yeah, anyways, this is just the it's my daughter's Ranger. She's been doing a lot of this work. So anything that she really has difficulty with, you know, I might just do the dad thing and break it free or something. Most of the time I'm telling her, figure it out. Let's get a longer bar on that wrench so that you can extend it out and get some leverage on it. She's not afraid to do the work, and that's what I love about this kid. So anyways, RC Guy Garage, and this is just working on the Ranger. Now back to the reason why I actually got this Metabo angle grinder was because of some of this footage that you're going to see right here. Now this is long time use of this Makita. So unfortunately, this is my Makita. This is the 955 7NB, 4.5 inch grinder. I've had this thing for quite a while. I've been pretty good as far as maintaining it. The one thing that I didn't do was I didn't grease that, but that had nothing to do with it. I think this is almost like a sealed unit, but it couldn't hurt to go ahead and open up one of these units and keep things nice and lubricated. But I will say, bearing wise and longevity wise, again, I have had this thing for quite a while. 10,000 RPM, 7.5 amp, 120 volt. I've had it forever, and what had happened was, pull this out. Oh. So, looking right here, where you've got this blue, something had happened to this pole, and I think I had seen some kind of burning in there, and what it did is it kind of gave it that, like it was a dead brush. You can see these notches right here. This is for balancing. Yeah, I just got to figure out what I'm going to go ahead and replace this thing with. So as you can see, this is the Metabo HTP. It does come with 5 free grinding wheels, or whatever the heck these things are, but 4.5 inch, 115 millimeter disc grinder. Some different languages you got here. Read instructions, yeah, right, guy. Side of the box is just got some specifications. Majority of it is obviously a different thing here, but it does have 6.2 amps. It's a 4.5, 830 watts, 10,000 RPM, same RPM. Tool weight 4 pounds. Yeah, whatever. Who cares? Let's open this thing up. Yeah, so we got this green case here, made of plastic. It does have hinges on the front here, or clasps. The only thing I don't like is these typical style hinges. They usually wear out over time. Not much to say. It's a green case. It does have like these slide lock things. Yeah, I mean, here's the instruction manual. We ain't gonna need that. Here's the tool to obviously release the yeah, whatever. Here's the cord. And here's your 3 grinding discs. There are 2 more that are in the bottom here. They seem like they're all right. 5/8 inch hole here. So yeah, I don't know. Whatever. This is that handle. Don't usually use these, but it does have a guard. One of the things that I did notice was that this guard that's on here, it's screwed on. You can see this handle right here just kind of screws into the side. You know, this is all just basic stuff, man. I never use it. The switch is kind of a little weird. I'm noticing that the switch kind of has an odd kind of operation. This is the lock, so that you can pull the grinding discs off. Obviously using the tool. Go ahead and just throw this in here, and keeping it locked, you can screw this off. You can flip this piece, obviously for the different types of materials that you're using, depending upon if you're using like a flap disc or something that's got some thickness to it. It is keyed. That is something you want to pay attention to. Just kind of checking out, you know, the build quality of it. Seems like it's all right. This guard is probably going to take off. I do have a different guard that it's kind of like an easy replace one. But this switch right here just kind of has a weird kind of operation, if you want to say. You know, granted, I've been using the Makita forever, so maybe the operation of this switch really isn't, you know, that bad. It's just different. It's not what I'm used to. So weight-wise, it seems like it's fine. It's green. It's got a pretty flexible cord. The length is pretty good. It's got a long length cord. I don't know, it's like 5 foot or something like that. You just make sure that when you put this on, it's keyed. Again, operation-wise, does feel smooth. 10,000 RPM. Go ahead and place this little collet thing on here with this piece. Just gonna grab. This is this is not a flap disc, but this is a flap disc right here. I just want to show you, because basically this is what I'm going to use in place of the grinding wheel. This is a Craftsman 4.5 inch just flap disc. Maximum 1300 RPM, or 13,000 RPM, not 100. Just kind of comparing the size. It's got a 7/8, not a 5/8. What did I say? 5/8. It's got a 7/8 hole. But yeah. So this is the piece I'm going to use anyway. You got to make sure that you put this nut, or whatever you want to call it, down going the right way. Again, it's depending upon the material that you want to use. It does have the lock on the back side, and then you kind of just give it like a little crank. So, yeah. Switch again. Switch is kind of a little weird. So, I'm going to go ahead and plug this thing in and see how it works. It seems like it's fairly rigid, solid. That movement right there that you hear, it's just the gears. But, yeah, we're going to give it a shot. Yeah, switch is kind of a little weird. But let's plug this thing in and get this thing ripping. Now, obviously, a major thing is making sure that you use your, what is it, PPE, your personal protective equipment. Don't be an idiot like I am and not use protection. Case is kind of cool. I know the hinge isn't going to last forever. That's one of the bad things. But, yeah, it's just show you how this flap disc works. Just going to go ahead and throw a nice sharp edge right on this thing here. Yeah, these blades have definitely seen, they have seen some action, dude. These are my dirty work blades, man. These things cut rocks and stumps and trees and glass bottles, and they just take a beating, so. But I'm just going ahead and just throwing another edge on this thing just so I can slice up some grass, and it's all a part of getting used to this new grinder here. Basically seems to be working the same as the other one, so seems like we're good to go, man. But yeah, that thing has been grinding away forever. That thing literally has been grinding away forever. I mean, I don't even know how long I've had that thing for, but it's been quite a while. Now it's time to go ahead and replace it with something else. What am I gonna get? Well, we'll figure it out. Yeah, well, I guess I kind of figured out what I was gonna replace it with. Now the Makita itself, I think, is like 120 or 140 bucks, or I don't even know right now. But this Metabo seems to be okay. We're not talking Makita quality, but I don't know, man. Sometimes for the way I treat my tools, maybe this $40 grinder, I think that's what the cost was. Links in the description if you want to go ahead and grab one. Granted, this is not long-time usage, and that's part of the issue. When you don't get long-time usage, how can you... You know what I mean? Like, how can you trust, like, this ain't even a review. This is basically just showing you what I decided to replace it with. And with the way I treat my tools, man, hopefully this grinder is going to do exactly what I need it to do. Will my usage versus cost, will that pan out? I guess we'll have to see. So, this is rcguygarage, and this was just showing you my Makita. It finally burned out, and I replaced it with Metabo. Let's see if this thing actually works. Because I'm telling you right now, man, I will beat this tool down. I'll just beat it down just because of the way I treat my stuff anyway. So, I'm out. What are you doing?